Longer ago than I care to recall, I had a friend named Dean. A chemical engineer, Dean worked for one of the world's largest consulting firms. During a backyard beer drinking session, he told me that he was uncomfortably involved in one of the firm's bigger projects. He said they'd been hired by a middle-sized chemical manufacturer to solve a production problem the client's people could not. Dean's firm had a $100,000 contract to figure it out. For 6 months, Dean and his people did on-site studies, ran tests, all the usual stuff, and came up with tweaks in the process they were 99% convinced would solve the problem. They took their fix to their big bosses, who then went to what should have been their final session with the client. Dean was shocked when the big boss informed the client that, in so many words, quote, "After studying your problem for 6 months and holding two fingers an inch apart, we're this close to a fix. We're pretty sure we can get to the bottom of the problem, but we'll need another $100,000 contract to do so." Close quote. Dean said the term for this ploy is the planned near miss. And because the client was already on the hook for $200,000, they were treated to one more round of the planned near miss for a total of $300K for a $100K fix. Those of you in what's left of the New World Order globalist Marxist Democrat and rhino-decimated American industrial sector have either heard of this or experienced this clever scam firsthand. As we watch the not very entertaining version of the old TV Gong show, Absent the Gong, and look it up, it's on YouTube, underway in Washington and many state capitals, some of us are convinced that too many of those swamp critters are former consultants who, having mastered the planned near miss, spend much of their time creating new problems to which they hurriedly apply this time-tested technique over and over and over and over again. You get the idea. Want to know if your swamp creature is an honest problem solver or planned near-miss fraud? Every quarter, you need to check in with the New American Freedom Index at the link you'll find in the description. The New American Freedom Index is based on a number of critical votes each quarter and rates all members on a 0 to 100% scale for their adherence to the principles of the Constitution. Quote, "Those who expect to be both ignorant and free expect what never was and never will be." That was Thomas Jefferson. Quote, "A nation of well-informed men who have been taught to know and to prize the rights God has given them cannot be enslaved. It is in the region of ignorance that tyranny begins." Close quote. That was Ben Franklin. An estimated 5 million of those who preceded us gave their lives in what now daily appears to have been a vain and failed attempt to save us from ourselves. If we no longer care about them and their sacrifices, perhaps we deserve the chains now being fashioned for us. Those of you who still engage in what seems to have become a forgotten skill, think about it